All right, so with the recent increases in revenue I've had, I wanted to make a quick video about how much it's actually costing me in terms of other expenses. So, with running an AI business, the costs are actually pretty high, but not in the way you would expect. Most of the cost is actually in the marketing side. The actual inference is not that expensive, honestly. So I'll just go through them one by one. So here's my Stripe dashboard for the last 12 months, and you can see it's been going up. This has been mostly because of my marketing spend, so yay me. Um, so the gross volume comes out to like about Stripe takes about 10% or something crazy, which is not what I'd expect before. Because I used to think like it's just 2 point something percent and then plus 30 cents. But then they just keep adding new stuff. So there's like Stripe Radar, which is an extra thing. There's Stripe Billing, which is an extra thing. And there's now, I recently looked into it, and apparently there's like 2 or 3% currency conversion charge because I receive my money in USD, but I have to convert it into euros. They just get you. Also, there's dispute fees and all that. This is crazy stuff. But yeah, so that's you can see here. That's basically like 1K about yeah, that's like nearly 10%. About 8 to 10%. So my first expense is actually run pod. So here's how much that costs. I've actually gotten this down quite a bit. Whoa, I don't know what happened in December. Why did it have such a low? What happened in December in general? I don't know. What the heck? That's crazy jump. Or maybe they just I think maybe they didn't calculate it back then, but yeah, so this is what it looks like. I'm averaging around 700 now. I think this might go up this month a little bit, and next month maybe, because I'm switching my inference over from another provider. So right, so this is about 700. This is in dollars, by the way, so keep that in mind. Okay, and the next one is going to be something called NetCup. So this is where I host all my servers, and you can see these ones about. Um, I actually don't need this one anymore, um, because apparently I've been over provisioning things. I think I provisioned this when I was kind of scared about this traffic bandwidth I had, so I had to provision it pretty quickly. So I had to get the 1 month long term one. The other ones are cheaper because they're like contracted out to a whole year, so they're cheaper in general. But yeah, this one I should. I've already canceled it, but it takes like 1 month to process that basically. So right now this is about 400 euros, but from next month it should be 300 euros. I guess the month after that. And yeah, that's a pretty big saving. $100, 100 euros. This is my next one. So this is FAL. This is for most of my um, like closed source stuff. So open source stuff, I usually just host it on RunPod, or like I use Runware, or I used it also my own GPUs. But for closed source stuff, basically File is like the best one. Or I guess also I use a little bit of Runware for this, uh, but yeah. So most of my expenses apparently seem to be Dream, which I've cut down quite a lot on actually. So that's what I was using for like image restoration stuff. This is now the new image restoration, and it's cheaper. This is just like video generation. Nano Banana is like for the ad maker product I have, and not safe for work detection. This is just like when people try to make like not safe for work images. I had to verify that it's actually not actually like safe for work. So that's a pretty big expense, even though it's like pretty cheap. It's supposed to be it's like 0.001 or something, but people upload so many images. I have to check all of them, so it's kind of expensive. Dance. This was just a freak accident. I think I had it priced incorrectly, so somebody was just making crazy amount of videos before I noticed it and changed the price. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I think this one is going to be about I would say 900 or so. There's still 2 days left, but like I would say 900 or so in usage, and that's in dollars again. So Just keep in mind €1 equals 1.10. So like €100 is like 110. Then we have a runware, which you can see is going down actually. And the reason it's going down is I'm actually switching a lot of my usage from runware with Flux Client. So that's actually now my most used model for general usage. And I'm actually switching that to now use um, my own GPU servers. So let me just show you how that looks like. So this is my GPU server. It's running Parsec. Basically, it's running Windows, I mean. But I can control it through Parsec. And I can also use it as an API endpoint. So I just host like Flux Client here, and I can get the same benefit as doing runware, even though it's really cheap there compared to like something like FAL. In FAL, I would honestly be bankrupt. I think if I went with FAL for Flux Client. But runware is still cheap. It's like 0.006, so a tenth, or I guess sixth of a cent or something. Yeah, let's just say half of a cent. Yeah, half of a cent per image. But even that, uh, like compounded to a whole like number of users, like hundreds or thousands per day, that becomes a lot. So I switched over to two of my GPUs I already had. Before I was not using them because it was really complicated, but now I figured out that you can just let Claude Code handle all the stuff that like these weird edge cases you run into. Like for example, my like GPU would suddenly shut down, or like the container that is running the GPU would shut down, so I had to do auto heal on that, and then sometimes the container would just hang. So like a request would be sent, but the request would hang for a long time. So I had to have like a smart failover thing, and then you had to decide like, okay, how many images can one GPU do at a time? Because I want to still minimize cost, but I don't want the user to wait a long time. There's just so many stuff like that. But I found out that I can just let Claude look at the logs of all the requests, or like the slowest requests and all that stuff, and it can optimize all that stuff for me. So it's been going pretty well. I even built a tracker like a. So this is the stats page, and yeah, you can see I'm going to be probably saving 264 per month based on this. And honestly, I should maybe I could even like remove RunPod and just go full runware. But yeah, right now RunPod is costing me on average 0.006 per request, and runware is the same. And if I just do all that on my own hardware, I still have two more GPUs I can use, by the way. Um, I should save even more. So yeah, I'm planning to save at least 500 from this effort. So per month, by the way. So this is for GPUs that are already sitting idle in my basement. So I'm like, why not? So yeah, that's gonna empty this out, and this is probably gonna become like 10 per day, so like 300 per month. But right now it's like six or 700, six or 700 per month. Um, yeah, and now for the biggest expense in my entire life, it's meta ads. And yeah, you can see it's gonna be probably 5,000 per month this time. But on the other hand, I'm getting about the same money back. So you might be asking me, what the heck are you doing? Why are you spending why are you spending 4K to make 4K back, or like it's like €100 difference or something? But the thing is, this is the important thing to do with SaaS. It's the cost per purchase that matters. And my lifetime, like LTV is like 60 or 70. Oh my god, I can't escape the 6 7. It's like 60 or 70 euros. So it's still overall a profit. It's just the profit takes like uh, about 3 or 4 months to come back. So kind of at least I'm like operating in no loss in this, so that's pretty good. Now for the other one, this is a pretty tiny one, but it's slowly been growing because I can't seem to get my fucking R2 in order. It's just like it's ballooned up so much, it's kind of crazy. So I'm now at like nearly 4 terabytes of data, and a lot of this is actually not really something I need. But there's a lot of stuff I do need. So I tried pruning all some of the old generations and stuff, but it's still not enough. So yeah, you can see it's been slowly growing from like 36, 36, 38, 49, 59, 60, 100, 80, 100, 100. So yeah, this is gonna be 100. But I'm using Cloudflare for so much that I feel this is honestly pretty cheap for all that it's offering me. So I'm using like workers. So this thing you saw, this is also on workers. It's just really good to use workers. Like all my new websites like DocuPal, FigPal, Mesmer Tools. So Mesmer Tools is where I put all my tools. So this one, so you can see all of my websites and like new stuff I put out. And this is running also on Cloudflare Workers. And actually, let me see. So this one is running on Cloudflare Workers. This one is running on Cloudflare Workers. I could probably get this one to run also on Cloudflare Workers. This one is running on Cloudflare Workers. I could get this one to run in Cloudflare Workers. This one, I don't know. That's kind of complicated. But yeah, it's just so much stuff you can just run on Cloudflare Workers. And it's basically free for up to like 5 million requests per month or something. It's, for a popular product, you're gonna hit that and you'll be like, oh. And now this one is a pretty small one. It's like $20 per month, but it's still an expense, I guess. I don't even care about this one. Like it's never increased, it's never decreased. I've been paying $20 a month for a long time, really long time. Since I started indie hacking, and I think back then I wasn't even making any money, but it's still like, yeah, I don't really plan to spend more money. I don't want to spend more on emails of all things. Honestly, I probably should because emails is a really good way to retarget the people who already bought from you. And I am just freaking lazy. I'm a lazy guy. Okay, now the other one, big one, I guess big-ish. Like if you see the freaking 5K from Meta ads, you might be like, nothing else is big. So yeah, this one is 180. That's like 200 with VAT included. Um, yeah, that's probably this is gonna be the last thing if I don't know, like if my income goes down from my indie hacking stuff, this is probably the last thing I'm gonna cut because it's just so useful. Or at least right now. Maybe if like Chinese models are get better, I might switch over to that. But I think like 100 per month on AI spend is probably gonna be usual for me now. Another 250 I spend on co-working. So right now, I am in co-working actually. This is a stand-up room or whatever they call it. It's just like a box where you can talk. With decent lighting and Namecheap. It's the way of becoming an indie hacker. You just buy a fucking load of domains and then just pay a lot for it. I mean, it's not that high actually. This one, I think this one is probably going to be the most one, but this is also the big that makes me the most money, so I'm happy to pay for it. Um, yeah, these are most of my domains. I still have more domains, but I keep them on a separate account. But these are all my business domains basically. Now the next one is more AI spend with Open Router. So this is how much I spend there. So here I'm spending, how the heck do I see? Okay, yeah, 300. So this is cumulative, by the way. This is not like every day I'm spending this much. I had to find a way to make it like show me the total. So I'm spending about 300 a month on this. Yeah, a lot of my usage was Sonnet 4.6, and I've been switching that to GLM 5.2. Minimax, I've been switching to DeepSeek, Flash actually, Flash has been really good at everything. So I used to use Qwen 3 for mostly everything, but I've switched that now to be DeepSeek. It does like JSON really well, and it also doesn't refuse every single time and then just forget to put JSON back. Um, yeah, I think that's most of it. So if you wanted a total, it's not really fucking scientific because I myself forgot that some of these values are in USD, some of these values are in like euros. So this is in euros, but these most of these are in USD. So it's kind of complicated, but I would say about 8K euros I have in expenses, and let's see the rest. So, da da da. So, how much do we make? We make like 5.4K in profit from 13,000. But the good thing is, there's a silver lining here, somewhere. I need to find it. But the 5K in the ad spend is continuing to trickle in more and more because my lifetime value is like say 60 or I can't stop. I can't. My brain can't stop. 6 or 700. 6 or 7. I completely forgot what I was gonna say. Oh yeah, 60 or 70 in lifetime value from Best Photo AI. So this will just keep trickling in to the net volume. And I plan to keep my spend around 5K or so because anything higher, and then even if I do see the ROI in like 2 3 months, like it's just like gonna get my bank balance is just gonna get lower and lower and lower, and I need to keep it steady so I can kind of compound the LTV. Uh, so I'm trying to spend as much as possible, but like still with limits. I actually finally got my ads to be working, so that's actually a good news. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't think I missed anything. I guess there's like Zoho as well. This is the thing I use for receiving emails, but that's like $5 a month or something, and I think I paid for it yearly. It's really cheap um, if you're thinking about like making a Google Workspace or something. You should just use Zoho instead. It's way cheaper. And I think it supports like unlimited domains as well. So for $5 a month, I got like 10 support email addresses that I can just reply from. Really good. But yeah, so that's basically like I'm making 5.4K in profits on 13K revenue. And honestly, before I was doing this Facebook thing, I think I was still making 4 or 5K in profit, even was when I was making like 6K or 9K. And so it's I've basically been like 4 or 5K net profit, even though my revenue has increased so much. My hope is just that as the app grows, like more people hear about it, and I can just keep spending more on marketing, and then it just becomes a thing of like what's it called, like market at scale, something about scale. Uh, yeah, something about scale where the cost decrease as your scales increase because like as you saw with the parsec thing, if I had like I don't know like 100K in spend, let's say, like if I had 100K in revenue, then I could just buy a bunch of GPUs, like instead of renting them from like RunPod or like using Runware or all that stuff, and I could just really cut down on my costs. Because for me, like the 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 GPU cost is basically free. It's not really free because there's the electricity costs and the depreciation, all that stuff, but like effectively free and way cheaper than like renting it on RunPod or something. So yeah, that's economies of scale. I finally fucking found the word economies of scale. So I mean, I don't want to be worrying about economies of scale when I'm at like 13K and freaking revenue, but like, yeah, at least my MRR has been going up, so that's something. Um, yeah, I'm gonna stop rambling and see you in the next video. Bye bye.